So let's talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. Let's talk about trans issues. So starting in college, which was like, or should to be more exact, like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, uh, I came out to my friends and family. Everybody except for my parents, because they just don't need to know. Not yet. I mean, I will tell them, but it's not. I'm not in a place where I want them to know. But I was at a place where, yes, I came out to everybody that was in my life, that I was a lesbian, that I liked women. That wasn't really shocking to me because I had known for a long time, but I hadn't told anyone else. So I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay with it, and at the time, I was heavily involved in the Christian groups at school and stuff like that. So sad to say, like after I came out, I lost a lot of friends, and actually, honestly, I kind of pushed people away too because I was really scared. I'd rather push them away or drop them off my scope of friends than for them to tell me that they didn't want to be my friend anymore. I felt like it hurt too much, so I kind of pushed people away, and I assumed that they weren't going to accept me, and I think that was actually the wrong thing to do. If you are coming out or you're thinking about coming out, don't push your friends away. Instead, let them make the choice to accept you for who you are, because actually what I found is that most people I thought wouldn't like me actually were like totally okay with it. They were like, oh yeah, I already knew, or whatever, it doesn't matter. When I thought that they were the ones who were going to be like, no way, we can't be friends anymore. But I did lose some friends. I did lose some people, mostly people from the church. Like I'm not saying that everyone from the church hates gay people, because I know there are people in the church that love gay people. But the people that were in my life at the time were just trying to figure out themselves in their own identity. So I mean, we're college kids, so it's like I was a lot for them to handle, and I didn't really want to have to confront those issues or their love for me and what that meant. But needless to say, I've grown up from that. I found my identity a lot better, but recently I've been a little bit challenged by that, and this is kind of what I want to talk about. Sorry, my computer is like breaking apart at a MacBook, and I'm pretty sure that the plastic part is just like breaking off. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So, anyway, so I was like, about 3 years ago, I was really interested, and I really wanted to change my name. I was like pretty adamant about it. I was like, I really want to change my name. Like, I just feel that my name, I never really got to choose. And my parents, they chose it from the Bible. I was like married to someone important, like Isaac or something. They named me Rebecca, and it's like spelled the Hebrew way, or the way that was in the Bible. Everyone in my family, all the kids, they named like that. I was actually born with the name Rockleen, and then I was adopted, or it was like Rockleen solely, and then I was adopted, and they changed my name. They changed my first name to my middle name, so my name became Rebecca Rockleen Bartholomew, and my last name changed, of course. And so it was cool. I wish I'd been called Rockleen. That would have been awesome. But I was called Rebecca, and I liked it. I mean, it was unique enough. But I was just kind of like, as of recently, I've been thinking about changing my name. The first time I ever thought about that was 3 years ago, when I first came out, and I just realized I didn't really fit into the binary, like male, female, masculine, feminine. I was actually in the middle. I mean, I still consider myself pretty androgynous, but like, I didn't really claim either one of them because I like wearing men's clothes, but I liked that I was a woman. So, like, on the inside, or whatever. So, I've been thinking of changing my name. Yeah, and just moving, so I'd have two middle names, basically. So I have to, like, go through the paperwork and start doing that, which I know I'm going to do when I get home, because I already know. I've been thinking about it for so long. It's like I just haven't really done it. And I don't really know how my parents will feel about it, but I probably just won't tell them. Like, I want to go by the name Casey, so I want to be called Casey Rebecca, as like my name, because I feel like Casey is more gender neutral, and I like that I want to have more gender neutral, because I feel that every time I'm like wearing my clothes and I go out in public and people ask me what my name is, I say my name is Rebecca, and they automatically think I'm a girl, when it's like actually in my own personal self and my own identity, I don't identify as girl or like male or female, or as a woman or a man. I actually identify as just being me. So if someone wants to like say who I am, I say, just say my name. And I like the fact that Casey is just more gender neutral. I know not everyone's gonna get it. I know I told my sister who's gay, my older sister, and she was like, "What? No, don't change your name." And I talked to other people who have changed their name, or even my sister, and she was like, "That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I can call you Casey. That's cool. I like that name." And I like the name Casey, so I'm really probably gonna change it when I get back home. I can't because I'm in Korea at the moment. I go home next month, so hopefully I'll get on that and change that. So what else? Yeah, and then I was talking about like trans stuff. So I've always considered myself to be gender queer. If you don't know what that means, I can explain it to you. Basically, I don't, like I said before, I don't classify myself as a certain gender. I just am me. And I'm totally okay with it. I'm totally cool with it. I love it. I love that I can identify that way. Because that's just who I am. That's just who I am. And it makes a lot of sense. So I guess the best way I can describe it is that I feel two-spirited. I know the Native Americans use that word, so I'm not gonna try to, I guess, own that word. I'm not Native American. Not that you have to be to own that, but my full understanding of it isn't 100%. So I'm not trying to like offend anybody. But for me personally, I feel I have the spirit of a man, or a masculine spirit, a feminine spirit, also considered to be a dark spirit and a light spirit. I think it's all within us. I think we all have it. We all embody like both spirits, just one's more dominant than the other in most people. Or most people, because of socialization and because when you're a child, you start drifting towards one side. But for me, I always kind of felt like I didn't really fit in that way. Like, I kind of wish I could stand peeing up. Or I really wish I could pee standing up. And you know, in my dreams, sometimes I dream and I'm a man when I dream. And I feel completely natural. And if you please, it's like I was a man in another lifetime, and in this lifetime I chose to be a woman. Or I came into this body as a woman, and maybe I'm not supposed to be anymore. I don't know how to describe it. And it's hard for me to even describe it in words to you right now. But I know what I am, and I know how I feel inside. And I think, you know, my whole life, because I've never really fit in either binary, and I like that about myself, I'm going to start exploring that more. And so I kind of want to just invite you in on that journey of that part of my life as I become more gender neutral, gender queer, and really embrace that part of me. You know, I guess in a way, I guess you could describe me as being, you know, a trans individual. So I guess I embody the T now. And if I decide to identify as a man, that'd be really interesting, because I'd actually be a bisexual man. Because actually right now I'm like lesbian, whatever that means. I like women, but I also like men. I believe there's probably men out there, I haven't met them yet, but really, really cool men out there who I could fall in love with, marry, whatever. And I also think there's women out there that I can marry. And I feel like there's gender queer people, you know, male to female, female to male. I don't really care who you are. I don't fall in love with what's between your legs. I fall in love with what's in your heart. And that's like, sounds really cheesy, but it's the total truth. Like, I fall in love with people. So who cares what's on the outside? That changes. You get old, right? Start looking wrinkled. So I'm a lot more in depth than that. So that's been really interesting. And I guess, like I said, I'm going to be kind of going through that, exploring that, and I'll probably be posting the most about that because I feel like, I mean, my health, yeah, I have a checkup soon, so I'll probably post about that later, but this is a subject that's really big for me. So I think I'm going to post another video on it, because I feel like I want to talk more about it, but I don't want to talk about it in this post because I'm already at 9 minutes. It's a long time. So yeah, so I'm going to cut this one off, but there's going to be a part 2 of this. Okay.